So, okay, a couple of quick tidbits before we let you go there. Just 1 minute, your thoughts on the AAFCO statement. What does it mean to you?
Well, it's interesting you bring that up. I mean, AAFCO is a U.S. regulatory agency, and they do work avidly to regulate foods. And, you know, to have an AAFCO statement on a product is a good thing for consumers, because consumers, they'll know that a product's been passed by the right regulatory agencies.
Right.
There are too many, guys. There are too many products, you know it, that are in the industry that are not regulated. There's another agency that I think is doing a phenomenal job on behalf of the FDA. It's called the National Animal Supplement Council. I'm not sure if you're familiar with them.
I've heard of them, yeah.
Yep. What they do, and this is pretty cool, because they came out to our facility to audit our facility. So what you do is you sign up for this company. They're a U.S.-based company, and once you sign up with them, then they take over. It's almost like handing over the reins, and they say, we're going to show up at your facility ever so often. You don't know when we're coming, and we're going to do an audit, and you have to be ready. And they do an audit of your label claim, of your ingredients, of your manufacturing process, and they actually pick ingredients in your facility and have them tested, and then when you pass, you get their stamp.
Wow.
And they do it every once in a while independently. So it's kind of like a crapshoot when you sign up with them. You make sure that you have all your ducks in a row, because if they catch you, they put you on their website.
Whoa. Okay.
Oh, I like this. This is good. It's accountability.
Accountability.
I love accountability. We all love accountability.
Yeah. You know, what's happened is the FDA has endorsed them on the U.S. side as their a regulatory agency alongside AAFCO, because you know that AAFCO deals with food-related products, and the NASC then has taken on the side of the non-regulatory drugs, or the things that are non-feed substances, such as these ingredients that we spoke of earlier that have nutrigenomic activity.
Right.
And now here's the interesting thing, and this is kind of a catch-22, but see, they came to our facility. I sent them all the scientific research for our products, and I set up the scientific documentation, the clinical trials we did, and all the work that I was doing for the last 10 years on nutrigenomics. They said, we have never seen a company as prepared and as scientifically supported as you guys are. And the CEO of that NASC organization called me up, and this was like about 6 weeks ago, because we were with them now for a couple of years. You have to be on our board. I said, on your board? Why? He says, because you need to help us with the regulatory for these other companies, because your standard and your model is, we've never seen it before.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Good.
So,
congratulations, Franko. That's great.
It was quite a pat on my back, because I thought, wow, I'm just doing my thing and being as diligent as I can be, and now you're recognized by a global entity that's saying, help us set up the model for these other companies, because it's not working for them.
Well, it's because you know me.
Exactly.
I set it up.
That's great,
That's
Franko.
what I do.
That's exciting.
We got a minute left. I just want to ask you, because Dr. Mike talks about this all the time. People call up asking about natural diets and raw diets, and Dr. Mike always says they may look great on the outside, but a little bit later on in life, on the inside, not so good.
Well, part of my concern, Franko, is a lot of these all-natural diets are what we call all-life stage diets. And I think a lot of those, I hope you'd agree that, a diet you'd feed to a puppy versus an adult versus a senior should be different in terms of calcium phosphorus ratio and the whole 9 yards. And so it frustrates me when there's these diets that kind of one diet does them all. I don't believe there's any food that does them all. So that's my frustration with those versus an AAFCO statement where it says for the maintenance of adult dogs or for puppies and kittens, or whatever, those are more designed to reflect life stages and the differences between life stages.
Well, I agree. There are significant differences in life stages. In fact, the one we mentioned earlier was the very simple conversion of fatty acids for older animals.
Right.
The other thing is, those same fatty acids are sometimes not available in abundance for puppies that need them for neurological development, so the foods change there again.
Right.
Taurine, for example, we know essential for cats. Now the research is showing that, taurine should be supplemented by older animals, because their conversion or production of taurine in dogs, even though it's not essential for dogs, is conditionally essential for puppies as well as seniors. A lot of different things. And then, the protein content can change from different stages. Fat content changes, as you said.
Yep.
So, I'll tell you what I do, and it's a difficult thing to advocate for other people because most people just go in and start making their own foods, and the proportions aren't right. I mean, I do feed a raw food, but then, I have a 12-year-old animal, a 14-year-old animal, and a 2-year-old animal. And then I change their supplementation based on stage because I know what I'm doing.
Right, exactly. And you know what? I'd be totally for that if you knew what you were doing. But most people just go out and, let's feed them raw chicken and raw bones and no vitamins, no minerals, and just, hey, here it is. I don't care what the calcium is. He likes chicken and he likes bones.
And it's amazing. It's amazing because Dr. Mike has always said that, if you don't know what you're doing when you're doing that stuff, it could, it's not good for the dog. But when you say it and when you concur with Mike, and then when you say that, hey, listen, if you're doing this, it could hurt with the development of a dog, and with its brain development.
Yeah.
That to me is a big shocker. That is scary stuff. Listen, Franko, we got to let you go, but tell everybody your website, tell everybody your products, tell everybody what you do and how people can get in touch with you and your great company and what you do, because you have some great books out there. There's plenty of stuff. We'd love to do the whole hour with you, and but there's going to be more stuff that I would love to get you involved. Having Franko's tip of the week, there's just tons of stuff. You're a very intelligent person, and so just give us all the information for all the listeners, and we're going to repost it on the website as well.
That's great. Well, the website where the products that are produced based on these nutrigenomics are listed is biologicvet.net, BIOLOGIC vet.net. And again, I'm not about selling products. I'm about convincing people to take charge of their health and their animals' health. My own personal site that discusses the research and my books. The books is on the human side is called Potential Within, and the pet side is called Your Dog's Health. Those books and the research and literature is legible and available at Biologic NR. That's biologicnr.com.
This is fan. I'm looking at the biologicalvet.net right now.
That's excellent.
There's a lot of senior stuff, joint stuff, skin and coat. This slim. I mean, this is
good stuff.
I'm going to try this out. We're going to have a 2-week.
I'm going to send some stuff for Dr. Mike to use on cases that you think qualify for these conditions, and you can call me, and then we can.
He's got 2 dogs. He's got an older dog as well.
Yeah, I have a 9-year-old standard poodle. But yeah, no, I'd love to. That'd be great, Franko. Appreciate it. I mean, anything to help pooches and cats. That's what I'm here for. So the more I can educate clients and make their pets healthier, and you're all about that too. So We're on the same page, my friend. Thank
Franko,
you.
Listen, you have yourself a wonderful weekend, and I'm sorry once again about Italy. Don't worry.
Okay.
There's always the Euro Cup. And thank you so much for joining us tonight on Animal House Radio.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks, Franko.
Take care. We're gonna